The Nissan Leaf has always been a name that sparks conversation in the EV world. It was one of the first mass-market electric cars when it launched back in 2011, and while it brought electrification to the mainstream, it was never exactly the most exciting or practical option compared to what came later. Limited range, quirky charging setups, and a driving experience that wasn't very thrilling meant that it slowly fell behind newer competition. But now, in 2026, Nissan is back with the brand new third-generation Leaf, and the big question is, can it turn over a new, well, Leaf? On first impression, Nissan has clearly taken lessons from the past 15 years of building EVs. The design is sharper and more modern, leaning towards a fastback SUV style instead of the frumpy hatchback look of earlier generations. It rides on a variation of the Ariya's platform, and that means bigger batteries, stronger motors, and a big step up in driving range. The Platinum Plus model we tested comes with a front-mounted 214 horsepower electric motor, delivering 261 pound-feet of torque, and powered by a 75 kilowatt-hour battery pack. That setup gives it up to 259 miles of range, while lower trims stretch up to 303 miles on a single charge. Compare that to the old Leaf, and you're getting at least 47 miles more, which is a meaningful improvement. The entry-level S trim comes with a smaller 52 kilowatt-hour battery and a 174 horsepower motor, but pricing is what makes the Leaf stand out. It starts at just over $31,000 and tops out at around $41,000, making it the most affordable EV on sale in the United States right now. Our Platinum Plus test model was about $41,930, which is still competitive in today's EV market. That said, there's no all-wheel drive option for now, so it's front-wheel drive only across the lineup. Now, before I get into how it drives, let me pause and say, if you're enjoying this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with your friends. It really helps us keep bringing you detailed first drive reviews like this one. Back to the Leaf. Living with it is definitely easier than before, but also slightly more complicated in some ways. For instance, Nissan gave it two different charge ports. On the left you've got a J1772 AC port for home charging, and on the right, a NACS port for fast charging up to 150 kilowatts. That means yes, you can now charge at Tesla superchargers, which is a huge plus. But the weird part, the NACS port doesn't yet support level 2 AC charging. That's something Nissan says will come later in a mid-cycle update, but for now, if you want overnight charging without an adapter, you'll need to rely on the J1772 side. A bit confusing, but workable. Charging speeds are decent. Nissan claims 10 to 80% in about 35 minutes at a supercharger. And if you're in a zero-emission state, Nissan will throw in a CCS to NACS adapter so you can still use Electrify America and other stations. Buyers also get 1 year of Nissan's premium connectivity package, which includes plug and charge at Tesla and EA stations, remote app functions, and Google built-in with trip planning and battery preconditioning. After that first year though, it becomes a subscription service, $16.99 a month or $169.99 a year. Inside, the new Leaf feels more premium than ever. The cabin design is clean, with comfortable seats, good use of materials, and even heated rear seats in the Platinum Plus trim. The infotainment system supports both phone mirroring and Google built-in, which makes navigation and trip planning a lot smoother. However, space is tighter than you might expect. Two tall people up front means it's a squeeze in the rear, and while cargo space is good under the hatch, you don't get a front trunk like some rivals. But what about driving fun? Nissan set out to make the 2026 Leaf more enjoyable, adding a multi-link rear suspension, a revised steering rack, and new drive modes. Unfortunately, the results are mixed. The steering is still vague, and the suspension can feel unsettled over bumps or in corners. If you're looking for an EV that puts a smile on your face on a twisty back road, this isn't it. But in the city and on the highway, the Leaf shines. It's smooth, quiet, and comfortable. Power delivery is linear and predictable, with enough punch to merge onto freeways or pass slower traffic, though it's not going to snap your neck back like a Tesla Model 3 or a Hyundai Ioniq 5. The regenerative braking system is adjustable through paddles on the steering wheel, and there's an e-step button for near one-pedal driving. It works, but the brake pedal's odd movement in that mode takes some getting used to. Still, for daily commuting, the Leaf delivers a pleasant, no-drama experience, which is really what most buyers want. So, is the new Nissan Leaf finally competitive? Well, yes and no. On the plus side, it's affordable, looks better than ever, offers up to 300 miles of range, and is easier to live with thanks to Tesla supercharger access. On the downside, many of the must-have features like Google Trip Planning or a battery heater are only available on higher trims or behind subscriptions, and at that point, rivals like the Chevrolet Equinox EV or Hyundai Kona Electric start to look more attractive with better space and more tech included up front. That being said, for urban or suburban drivers who want a simple, reasonably priced EV that gets the job done without much hassle, the 2026 Nissan Leaf finally feels like a car you can recommend. It won't thrill enthusiasts, but as a commuter car that's quiet, efficient, and well-priced, it makes sense. So what do you think? Has Nissan done enough to bring the Leaf back into relevance, or is it still playing catch-up with the competition? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget, like, subscribe, and share this video to stay updated on all the latest EV reviews. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.